Now to discuss, a chief economist at the Heritage Foundation, EJ Antoni, along with research fellow for economic policy studies at the Heritage Foundation, Alan Mendenhall. Welcome to both of you. EJ, thanks for joining us here on set today. Always great to have you. Okay, so here's my question. It's not, and tell me if I'm wrong. You get $1,000 from the administration. Awesome. In order to achieve that ideal scenario or to make a lot of money, what do the parents then of the recipient of that $1,000 need to do to create that ideal scenario for the kid?
You'll want to max out your contributions. That's $5,000 a year. And if you do that, astonishingly, just assuming you get typical market returns and something like the S&P 500, you're going to have almost $300,000 in that account by the time the person's an adult. Now, that's astonishing. And if they want to use that for education, they can. If they want to use it to start a business, they can. If they want to use it not just as a down payment, but to pay for most of a house, they can. You can also, if you want, there's so much flexibility with this, you can roll it over into more like a traditional IRA. And if you keep those contributions going until it's time to retire, you're going to have about $13 million in there. So, again, these are incredibly powerful. They're incredibly flexible. I really hope people continue to take advantage for them like the 6 million have already.
So my big takeaway is maximizing this, right? Get the compounding, and it's time, Alan, correct. You got to give it time. It doesn't look like much to begin, but over time, as EJ just pointed out, we're looking at several millions of dollars. If you do this right, what you got to do, you got to execute.
That's completely right. And it's also important to emphasize that this is an investment account. This is not cash welfare. The money goes into a private investment account. It's invested in broad U.S. index funds. You build wealth through long-term compounding, and there are no withdrawals before 18. The funds are locked until adulthood. And so most of this is privately funded. There's that $1,000 seed deposit for eligible newborns, but most of it comes from contributions from parents and family and employers. Our employer, EJ's employer and my employer, did this match for the seed deposit. And that means that what we're doing is focusing on wealth building and ongoing support. We're not talking about government handouts or anything like that.
EJ, the one thing that concerns me about this potentially is that maybe some of the parents who are actually eligible to receive this for their kids, they may not know anything about investing themselves. They may say, well, I don't know. How does this money grow? What do you do with it? It's in a bank account. Now what do I do with it? Because a lot of people are not that savvy about how to grow their money. So what is, I guess, the tip to make sure that the parents or the whomever is receiving this on behalf of the kids actually handles it correctly?
Well, I think, and this goes with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's push for financial literacy, right? One of the good things about these accounts is the narrow number of investments that you can actually use, the number of vehicles.
That's the kicker there.
So it guides you to success.
So
it's index funds, the safest stuff, relatively speaking.
Right, exactly. You can't throw this into some crypto scam, right? You can't throw this into penny stocks. You're absolutely right. It's a very narrow number of high-quality, low-fee mutual funds, index funds that you can actually put this money in. So it's incredibly safe. Obviously, there are no guarantees in life, but it's incredibly safe.
You're set up to succeed on multiple levels.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
Love to hear it.
That's good news.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would take advantage of it.
I was going to say, that sounds fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
EJ, Alan, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.